Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Now in this video, we will be reviewing the latest McFarlane Doom Slayer Atlan, which is based from the video game Doom: The Dark Ages. Now this is a pretty big figure. It is actually, well, based from the description, it is a 12-inch figure, and just having a look at the packaging, it is pretty massive. I mean, here he is next to a normal collector edition packaging, so that you'll have an idea how about the size difference. And then just look at that. And then here it is next to a normal, well, this is actually a pretty new line from McFarlane, which is their new Mortal Kombat Classic line. So there. So the packaging of this figure is pretty huge. Anyway, I'm just glad that they did not make this into an elite figure because, man, this is a 12-inch figure, and if they make this an elite, I have no idea how much it would cost. The only reason why I decided to take this is because it was during the payday promo on Shopee, wherein I was able to get a 20% voucher discount, which make it more reasonable to get. Anyway, the front of the box, you will see a clear window wherein you see the figure. I mean, this figure is actually too big that if you will look at it, the ankle is actually separated. Those two things at the side, I was wondering what they are, and I realized that it is actually the ankle part of his foot. Anyway, in the side, pretty simple. It says Doom: The Dark Ages. The other side, it says Doom Slayer Atlan. And then at the back is, well, I think I'm not sure if this is a picture or an artwork. I think it is more of an artwork of the figure. Now, looking at it, I'm already having one problem with it. Now, I know that this is a huge figure, but I think it doesn't have any accessories. I'm not even seeing any alternate hands for it. Anyway, that is it for the packaging. Now let us unbox this figure and see if McFarlane did justice to this character in action figure form. So here is everything out of the box, and as I said, these are actually his foot, and I can already see a problem on this one when it comes to quality wise. The bottom of this are pretty hollow, so there isn't that much weight on it. Actually, speaking of weight, the figure itself, as I remove it from the box, feels kind of light. It feels kind of light. So yeah, I think I set up my expectation with this figure too high, a little too high. Now, as you can see, the connection here and the connection here, guys, there isn't any articulation here because, I mean, just look at that connection and then look at this leg. This is just a solid mold. There's no articulation here. So yeah, that's another negative for me. So let us put that there. Okay. So there's the two legs. And then for the guns, you can put this right there. So here is a complete 360-degree look of the Doom Slayer Atlan. And as you can see, guys, this is actually also everything that is in the box. So it doesn't come with anything. So here is a close-up of the head sculpt of the figure. And there's a close-up of the front of the figure. So as far as the paint, they did do a pretty good job when it comes to the dark shading. But I think overall, paint-wise, there isn't that much. I think what they did here is that I think the plastic that is used is green itself, and then they just painted the gray and the dark shading on it. So that's a close-up of the front of the figure. So here is a close-up of the right side of the figure. Here is the left side of the figure. And here is the back of the figure. Anyway, guys, if I can define, or if I can define what, oh man, I'm really disappointed. If I can describe in one word about how I feel when I unbox this figure, is that this figure is a huge scam. I feel like I've been scammed, to be honest, guys. Oh man. Okay, let's go with the articulation. So for the head, can do that, can do that, and that is it. For the body, there isn't any cut here, so there's no articulation when it comes to the torso. For the hands, can do this, and that is it. Let me show you again. On the other side, can do this, and that's it. That's for the articulation of the hands, guys. Okay? Now for the legs, can do that, can do that, and that is it. So, guys, that is it for the articulation. Now, do you guys get why I feel like I've been scammed? Overall, guys, this is not an action figure. I think I would have been more proud if they just sold this as a statue. As a statue, at least I think the quality of the plastic on their statues better. Because the way for me to describe this, guys, as I said, it has no weight. Do you know those toys, those made in China toys that is sold to children? That is how this feels. And, you know, they just, I think I can compare this to those like bootleg Chinese Iron Man or huge robot figure from China that is made by China, and then some customizers just paint it in order for it to look well. That is how this figure feels. Actually, to be honest, it is hollow inside. The rubber that they use here is actually soap. I mean, just look at this. I can do this. It is hollow inside. I was actually expecting that there's an articulation here. Nope. This is just a whole hollow plastic. The hands, there. Hollow, guys. Just an hollow rubber plastic. No articulation here. And yeah, McFarlane is the one who got me into the Doom figures because of that Elite Doom Slayer. And now McFarlane is also the one who gave me the worst figure that made me realize, why on earth am I collecting Doom figures? I mean, I don't even play the game. Yeah, this is a huge 12-inch piece of junk. I mean, do you know how if you guys have that, remember the two-pack Doomsday, movie Doomsday and Henry Cavill's Superman? Remember the Doomsday there where it was also made like with a hollow plastic? At least that one they use, like hard plastic. Now this is another version, another way of McFarlane. I don't know why did they sell this. Why did they make this? This is basically a rubber figure. Here it's hollow. You can feel it. I don't know what else to say, guys, except for the fact that this would have been worth more if it was just a statue. At least if it was a PVC material, I would have appreciated more. Anyway, guys, if you are still curious and interested with this figure, here's some size comparison. So here is next to the McFarlane Elite Edition Doom Slayer. And here he is next to Kryptonite Doomsday. This is probably the most cheapest figure that McFarlane ever made, sold at a premium price. This is definitely a scam for me, guys. Anyway, guys, that is just my thought. Now, of course, I think my review here. Uh, sorry, guys, I'm really disappointed with this figure. I was really hopeful that it will be good. Man, I kind of really wish that it was good. But this is really the cheapest figure that McFarlane ever produced and then sold it at a very premium price. So I guess it's pretty obvious, guys, that I don't recommend buying this figure. I don't recommend it. This is one of the worst figure that I've ever seen that McFarlane produced. I actually, to be honest, guys, this is one of the worst business decision that McFarlane ever did to create this figure in this way and then sell it at a premium price. Man, I'm glad that McFarlane lost the DC Multiverse license. This is that point. Because before I was actually thinking, I wish they still continue making more DC Multiverse, but now I wish Mattel will do good on the license so that I can leave. Because I don't know, guys, I've been a loyal McFarlane fan ever since they created the DC Multiverse, but this figure, this is a very huge cheap move. This is a really cheap move by McFarlane, guys. Worst figure I've ever had. Anyway, guys, if you reached this part of my video, thanks a lot. If you like my videos, please don't forget to leave a like, share, and subscribe. And as usual, guys, enjoy life and keep collecting.